Okay. Now, apologies if my microphone doesn't sound the best. I wasn't actually planning to do this, so it's just some random mic I've got. Um, but yeah, welcome to the channel if you are joining today. And what I want to do is I want to go into every single Master League feature, and we've seen kind of weird marketing around Master League this year, and I'm a little bit skeptical on what they've added. And the biggest issues I've had with Master League is the fact that players don't care when you don't play them. Um, Players never usually care, and you can just play a whole season without bothering to change your team, and it never really mattered. You never really got injuries, so actually having squad depth was kind of pointless and too easy. Um, so I want to know really if those things have been addressed. I doubt it, to be honest. Um, but yeah, I'm just going to go into every single feature that I can find. So you've got the cutscenes and you've got the transfers, things like that. We've got quite a few preset managers now to pick from, which is pretty cool. I I don't know. I'll be this guy, whatever. um, so I like this. I like this level of customization. This is really cool. I like that as well. This is a big one as well, but I'm going to keep it on just for testing purposes. Usually I would disable that. This is massive. Finally we can change that now to weekly, the way it should be. Right, so we'll just leave it as that and see. So here's a cutscene. Now, I don't know how much depth these cutscenes are actually going to have. Are they just gimmicky, where everyone's going to skip it? Or is this actually important? These dialogue choices, does it really make an impact to your Master League? I mean, like, this sort of thing's cool though. Like, this doesn't hurt Master League in any way. It's more that if this is the only innovation, then it would be massively disappointing. So what I'm going to do to keep this short and sweet as well is I'm going to simulate all the games of a season, just to see what really happens in Master League. Now, so firstly we've got season objectives. I've seen this before on someone's playthrough, so whether your decisions here actually makes a difference, who knows? That's what I'm here to find out later in the Master League. So I think realistically we should aim to make it into the Champions League. Man City and Liverpool are a very, very difficult team to catch. I think Tottenham have got a chance in real life. Tottenham have got a chance to win it, just like I would in this game. But to expect to win the league is a little bit out there. Is that meant to be Mr. Levy, Daniel Levy? I'm gonna say, I think that's the most obvious one, but I'm gonna say I want to see us play hard because you can't always guarantee a good game, but as long as we put in a shift, that's what I'd be happy with. This is some crazy industrial music for the press conference. I kind of like it, but it's giving me Silent Hill vibes. Well, to be honest, like, this is Konami, right? So Japanese developers, they always have this kind of music. It's kind of stock music, and obviously Silent Hill is from Konami as well, right? The old ones. So if you're just joining me, I'm just gonna go over what I'm going to be doing. So what I'm going to be doing is identifying every new feature that they supposedly have, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate every game to get to the point and really see what happens over the course of the season. Um, Now, here's a few little notes, right, of what apparently this is supposed to have, but I still don't know. But look, so it says, so the main menu design's been reworked. I mean, you can see that. Um, here's one I want to test out. Players may be unhappy in your club depending on their role and may refuse a contract extension. Negotiations between two rival teams can be difficult or impossible. A player can get injured during training. New owners' missions before some matches and in negotiations. So I want to know. I want to really test those. Um, and I want to see how realistic the actual transfers are over time. So, okay, so we've got emails now. So all of this, I think it's the same. Yeah. Yeah, all of this seems pretty much the same. Club ranking, yeah. Wait, where are Tottenham? Ninth. No, yeah, ninth. Wow. I wonder if that's actually real or not. It's pretty cool though. Okay, so messages. Need to read. Right, so okay, so I think that's new. Scouting. So all of this is small improvements, which is nice. It's very nice. Um, yeah, I think that's the same. Yeah. It's a budget report. Is that? So this is the same. I was hoping this would get a revamp. It's a very ugly UI, to be honest. Okay. I think this is the same. So already, there's something that I kind of wish they had on this menu is like a player morale would be nice. Yeah, so nothing really too crazy. Yeah, just gone on there. So, okay. So yeah, I remember this. I like this. This is a cool feature. This is something I've actually liked because not every player is eligible when you have to have certain requirements to be able to do these, which is cool. I like that, but it's not new. So training, yeah, same old. I don't think that is new then, scouting. So I remember that. Okay, so if we get straight to the point, let's just forward some time. And what I'm going to do, straight up, okay, so this is interesting. It's an interesting suggestion. I wonder if this does make the difference by playing him. Like, will he get more experience? Will he develop more if I actually play him? Will they get unhappy if I don't play him? So, what I might do, I might just pick, or like I might drop a certain player and like never play them and see if they actually get pissed off. Like the new signings, I'm not going to play them. Let's see how they feel about that. Maybe I'll drop Ericsson as well. So this is what I'm going to test out though. Like essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to try and change this team too much. And I'm going to leave key players out like Davinson Sanchez, Ericsson, and the new signings. And I'll see if they can play. Let's see what happens. So we've got followers as well. I just got a trophy saying training now. Don't know what that means. I wonder if followers actually does do anything. Like, do you get more revenue from that? This is going to be my first PES for 10 years. So I guess a lot of this is going to be new and cool to me. But if you've planned, this overhaul won't seem so different. Yeah, exactly. So no, I mean, it's a good time to jump back into PES. It's definitely improving every year. The gameplay's brilliant. The gameplay's far superior to FIFA, but the story really has been the same throughout the entire franchise history, where it's always had great gameplay, but the modes have always been shallow, whereas FIFA's always had loads of content, really good modes, but pretty dull gameplay. Even since the PS2 eras, it was like that, and now it's still like that. And you're just kind of hoping that it's not going to be the same old story, you know. I'm hoping the modes this year in PES can actually have a little bit of depth, but we'll see. So, okay, so let's see. Let's test some transfers out. Let's go into. Who could I... Alright, let's just go into club teams and we'll look at some Premier League players. So, like, is there anyone for Man City that we could get who, like, doesn't get played? Does it still have... Ah, look, I love that because I've set it on the settings to weekly wage. I now actually understand how much that's worth because before when it was yearly, it didn't really I didn't really understand it. You know, there was no context because we don't judge that. We don't judge it yearly in real football. So yeah, that's man. They're on some high wages, but I wonder as well. Do you think this is pretty realistic? I think this is pretty realistic so far. Actually, the value of these players. Like they're actually over 100 mil now. Like that was never a thing in last year's PES. I remember getting like Gareth Bale for like 30 million. So I like that. I do like that. The financial side of things is a lot more realistic. Um, so that's pretty cool. Okay. So really, there isn't really anyone. David Silva, 18 mil. Should we go in for him? He's 33. Let's see what happens. So if I put 21 million in, does that exceed my salary budget? Uh, Sign him on a 1 year deal. It's just. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get like someone like that, and then someone who's from kind of a club that's not really a competitor as well, and then I want to see if I can buy someone from Arsenal or uh, Chelsea because they're my rivals. I've actually set that on the edit mode as my rivals. So we'll see if it is actually hard to negotiate with them or not. So Courtois gone to Man U. That's a bit of a weird one. See, even this, right? It's just something I didn't like about PES before. Like you see there where it says Alderweireld is not going anywhere, and we've denied the rumours. Have we? Like, when did that happen? Like, this is my problem. Like, there's not been anyone like the board haven't come up to me or the Toby hasn't come up to me and kind of said, look, there's rumours I'm going. Like, what do you feel about this? Like, I've had no input on that, and even this, like this rumor here about Jan Vertonghen, um, to Wolves as well, which is pretty unrealistic. Um, where's my input on this? It's just like kind of random shit that they just throw up on this thing. So yeah, that's a weird one. I have to admit though, the actual in-game screenshots have got a lot better on this newsfeed, which is cool. So okay, fine, fine. That's promising though in terms of like the difficulty of transfers and stuff like that. And the fact that you can customize that I like. So that's a good thing. The transfers so far in terms of the way it works on our end seems a little bit better. So if we try and get someone like let's have a look. So he's worth 33 mil. Bearing in mind some of the transfers are going to be out of date. Like I only bothered with Tottenham. So Harry Maguire obviously still at Leicester here. Jamie Vardy. Should we get Jamie Vardy? See how it goes. So my plan here is to sim all the games and hopefully get to like January, um, and potentially the end of the season if I've got time to see what actually happens. Okay, so first press conference. So I'm going to say something outrageous. I want to know if this actually does anything. So you can't really. So I'll just say that, like, the most shittest answer I can give. I'm already getting a vibe though that these cutscenes are gimmicky. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. That's cool. That is realistic. I can understand that because lots of players would actually turn us down because they're kind of like, well, why would I want to sit on the bench behind Harry Kane? So okay, so far I'm quite liking the transfer system. It does seem improved. So let's try and buy an Arsenal player and see what happens. Even just Maitland-Niles, like someone who's not that expensive, 10 mil. Why is that not? Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah, because I got a release clause. That's a bit easy, right? So the only thing I don't particularly like that they've done with new football games now, they've done it with FIFA as well. I don't really like this release clause stuff, really. I know it does exist, but it's too common and too easy on FIFA and PES. Uh, let's try and sign like Lacazette. $75 million. Something I wish they would add as well that they still haven't added is when you skip a match, I wish I could see who scored. And also, something that really gets on my nerves that they still haven't sorted out is why is the points on the left and why isn't there a column to say games played? I've never understood that. Alright, calm down, Levy. I don't really understand. Like, so let's look at the actual condition of the players. So he said that everyone's like hyped. I mean, yeah, you can see Sessegnon clearly is. I'm kind of just scratching my head at the moment on the point of these cutscenes. Uh, okay, so what? Negotiations were never going to get off the ground. They're our rival. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like the challenge of signing players. Due to doubts over his appearance opportunities. Okay. So again with this, can I actually like go in for him again? So on FIFA, and maybe this is true in real life, but when someone declines you for a certain reason, money always talks. Money is always. Ah, I can't actually go in again. Shit. Okay, so Ramsey, right? Let's go in for Ramsey. Uh, I need it to be someone who I can actually afford, like in terms of wage. Uh, El Neni, I don't know. Mkhitaryan. Fuck it. Let's see if he'll join, and let's put it to the highest I can. And let's see. And if I can't, then I guess it's out of my power in this case. So like it is actually very hard to sign a rival player. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see, let me know, and I will go to it. Hi Tom, thanks for joining the stream. Um, okay, let's have a look. What do you mean by can you show the Mercato, please? So Wolves actually have gone in for him. So we don't want to sell him, right? So this is another thing I want to look at. When years left on contract. So these two. So do you know what? That's actually cool as well. That's actually really cool that the the contracts are actually real. So I swear that they weren't in the past. They were just made up. So it does seem like they've got their facts right this time. It's like they've got it from a database. So these three are the ones in question, right? These three. So I wonder if this is real as well. Like, is this actually their salary in real life? But yeah, I need to kind of know. Can I? That's not true. I swear that was 25 mil, but okay. I want to know if I can actually convince Ericsson, for example, to stay. Is this going to be an uphill battle, or can I do it? So if I up his wage, put it to 4 years. Oh, what you mean the transfers? So database, transfer market news, right? So you just want to know what's going on with the transfers. So we've got Danny Welbeck to Leicester. That's pretty realistic. He went to Wolves in real life, or that's on loan. Makes sense. I mean, that so far I haven't seen anything that's outrageous. So Courtois and Man U. I want to know why though. I'm going to look into that. I mean, yeah. So far, I actually think the transfers are pretty realistic there. Um, Courtois going to Man U is a weird one though. I have to say. That's cool that you can do that as well. You can just click on things. So how are we going to do this? Right, so I want to know. So he still plays for Man U. So why did they sign Courtois? We'll see the development of that. We'll see if he actually goes anywhere. Because otherwise that doesn't make any sense. So... Oh, okay. So money does talk, maybe? So, I don't know. I mean, I'll have to try this again. But if you offer a player maximum salary, do they always join from a rival club? But yeah, I don't want him. I was just testing it. So okay, so let's try a Chelsea player. But to be honest, that's cool though. Like if I offer max wage and some players from rival clubs don't want to join, you know, because they're loyal or whatever, then it's out of my hands, right? And that can happen in football. I think that would be pretty cool if that's the case. Um, let's try. Let's have a look. Just going for. Let's go for Marcus Alonso. Right, it's off of 54 mil. I mean, that's a... Whoa, I don't know actually. 46. It's a lot of money for a left back, but... and then maximum salary, and let's see if he actually wants to join. What's going on with Ericsson? Has he not got back to me yet? I don't think so. Yep, I am a Spurs fan. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That is weird, Tom. So it was looking good until those weird goalkeeper transfers. Well, at least we can say it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still not perfect. What's this then? Oh, okay, cool. I forgot about that. Tom, I'm not looking for players to be honest. I'm just testing the transfer system. I just wanted to know um, how does it work this time round? Is it more realistic? And it does actually seem a lot more realistic. Okay, so and has no issues with playing for our club. Okay, that's kind of disappointing. Not disappointing that he's signing a contract, because that's great, but disappointing how easy that was in terms of. I mean, I wonder as well, like, if I was playing poor and we weren't doing very well in the league, would that be different? Like, would he want to leave? This is what I mean. You know, there's no player personality. I was I kind of want situations where certain players are going to want to go to a club to win more things, or if I'm not doing very well, they want to leave, or if they're not getting played, they want to leave, or they want to earn more money. And I haven't seen any signs of that yet, which is a bit disappointing. So that was pretty fucking easy. Like, so there you go, Ericsson. We've got Ericsson now. He's joined. He's on board, and I didn't really have to do anything, so that was a bit disappointing. I can see these cutscenes getting old very quickly. Wait, can I actually... what's going on here? Oh, yeah. Okay. So you can still buy players from rival clubs, but it just seems like you'll have to pay over the odds, either from wage or fee. But there is more variety now. I do like this now, that like players, I guess in terms of negotiations, have their own personalities. You know, some will want to be loyal, some won't want to come due to playing time. But does those personalities apply to your actual squad you have? I don't know, I haven't seen any evidence yet. But I'm not going to buy anyone anyway. I was just testing it. I just want to know. So, real quick. So he's worth 36 and they wanted 50 odd mil. So I guess that makes sense. The only real way to test this out is if I was a different club, would I have to pay 51 mil for Marcos Alonso? Okay, so let's just skip this whole day. What's this? Champions League? Group of Death. Right, let's skip that, I don't care. I'm already skipping the cutscenes. But yeah, I don't really have time, to be honest, for the cutscenes. I need to get straight to the point now. I need to... This is what I want to know, actually. No! Wait. Why the hell are Arsenal in the Champions League? So you've got Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City and Spurs. How does that work? That doesn't make any sense. So, I don't know, I can't actually remember which teams are actually in the Champions League this season in real life, but is this the actual teams that are in the Champions League, apart from Arsenal? Right, so as you can see, right, so I haven't changed my team at all. I'm going to drop Dele Alli now and start playing Lamela, because obviously maybe I might not even play Kane actually as well. And then I'll just play. Who can I play on the left? I'll play Dele Alli. So yeah, so like people like Kane and Ericsson, especially Kane though, if you don't play him, you know he's going to complain. He's my best player as well. Like he has to get played every game, right? And just like on FIFA, when you have these contracts and you assign their role and you put it as like crucial, if you don't if they miss a couple games, they will start complaining, right? Does this happen on PES this year? I don't think so, but let's find out. I don't know how I'm still winning. So Tom, yeah, what I think about this mode so far is that it just seems a bit like more of the same old so far. The problems that kind of made this mode a bit shallow and too easy are still there. It seems the transfers are better though, which is good. But yeah, there's still a lack of injuries, no customization to injuries, like how frequently they happen. Uh, Players don't complain when you don't play them, so there's no real reason to actually have squad depth. And the modes are kind of shallow because of that. So it is a little bit disappointing, to be honest. And I think that, I mean, how the hell as well? I'm skipping every game and just winning every game. I'm not even playing my best players. It's just easy, I've always thought that. I thought Master League's always been too easy. Like in terms of the management side of things, there just isn't really much. So, what's going on here? He hasn't said anything. Right. Oh yeah, so what actually happened in the end on the transfer market as well? Tammy Abraham's on loan to Newcastle. Probably because he's a low rating on this 75, isn't he? But if he is their main man. So why is the Courtois transfer gone? Bit weird, isn't it? Bit weird. Why is that just like gone from the news? That's very weird. Oh fuck. I don't know why I done that. So they still got the hair. And they got Courtois. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. So the transfers are still a bit dodgy, to be honest, and that's not good. They have improved it though. I will say that they have improved the transfers, but it's still not perfect. So easy. I'm not even playing my best players. It's ridiculous. Okay, what's this? We've got a tough schedule on the horizon, so I think we should be forced to play in time with boys and rest. And I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not going to listen to it. It's FA Cup. So yeah, of course, opportunity to play these young players, but I'm not going to do it. And we will see what happens when I don't listen. So I still won anyway. So if we get to January, I'm gonna wrap this up in January, right? And if we get to January and I still haven't had an injury or a complaint from a player for not playing, then I have my answer, because those are the two burning questions. Those are the two things that make this mode a little bit boring, a bit stale. But it's not looking good so far, is it really? Like, it's unheard of to have a full fit squad with no injuries when you're in 9 games into the season. So as you can see, I've just been skipping games and I haven't even changed my team once. I haven't rotated any of the players. I have no reason to do it. I'm winning every game still. I don't need another squad. I don't need any of the players in my squad. What's the point? Right, I don't care. Pointless. Pointless cutscene. Yay, won again. Yeah, I mean, we kind of have our answer, don't we? I'm literally winning every fucking game without rotating any of my squad. Oh, we're going to win, whatever. Right. So, yeah, look, there's no way that Kane... Look, won again. I didn't even play my best players, and you can see there that they were fatigued. So look, we're quite a few dozen games in now, and I've pretty much dropped Kane for nearly 2 months. I haven't played Eriksen at all this season, and he's signed a new contract as well. The follower bump, what has that done? I don't know. It's just a gimmick, as far as I can see. So yeah, look, Kane and Ericsson haven't been playing. They've said jack shit. They don't care. Davinson Sanchez hasn't had a game. He hasn't said anything. He doesn't care. So to be honest, we've got our answer now. I mean, I haven't rotated my squad, and I've been winning every game. I don't need a depth in. I don't need a squad depth because I haven't had an injury. It's now late November. You know, it's nearly December. I've had no injuries, no complaints about lack of squad rotation, and the followers edition is a gimmick. The official partners at the bottom is a gimmick, and the cutscenes are a gimmick. And the cutscenes that literally haven't done anything either. Like the choices I make in dialogue have done nothing. So we've got our answer now, right? So basically, the mode's still stale, and they haven't really done anything to improve the mode. They've done minor things, but the problems are still there. I mean, yeah, it was nice that they've now added weekly. You can now see player wages by week. The transfer system is better, and it is definitely more realistic. And I like that players have more personality when you're trying to sign them. But it's a shame how that doesn't apply in your own squad when you're not playing players. Overall, the transfers of other teams, the transfer activities of other teams, is pretty realistic, but there's still some real strange transfers, as we've seen. So, transfer systems improved, but not perfect still. Still no player personalities. Players don't care when you don't play them. No reason to rotate squad. You get no injuries. What else is there? Oh yeah, player values have are more related to the real world value now, which is great. So tiny improvements essentially, but still a shallow, hollow mode that hasn't been updated for years. And the cutscenes are pointless, completely gimmicky, and they don't do anything. That's what I wanted to know, is that these dialogue choices does actually change anything, and it doesn't. So what's the point? So yeah, basically it's very disappointing. We all know that PES is brilliant on the pitch. You know, it's phenomenal. The improvements every year are brilliant, and you know, FIFA can't even get close to it. But in terms of the mode depths, they're still shallow. But yeah, that's there we have it. That is the answer that I was looking for. So I've tested essentially everything out, and this is what we've got, and this is what you get in PES 2020. This is the Master League. Um, thanks for everyone that's joined and stopped by. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want more opinions on games, then feel free to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video.